All right, guys, so last week you learned how to solve equations by adding or subtracting. So today we're going to solve one-step equations by multiplying or division. So my first question up here is, what is the opposite of multiplication? Of course, that is division. So this statement must be also true. What is the opposite of division? Well, multiplication, right? So when you're solving equations, you're going to do the opposite or the inverse operation. So let's look at this first problem right here. It says 3 times x equals 12. So since it says 3 times x equals 12, we're going to do the opposite of multiplying by 3. So the opposite of multiplying x by 3 is dividing by 3. Since we're solving equations, whatever you do on one side of the equal sign, you do on the other. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x is x. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. That's the answer. And then for equations, you can always check your answer. So if you substitute 4 for x, does 3 times 4 equal 12? It does. All right, the second one, and I meant to say, by the way, always find your variable first, and that's the side you start with. So on the second one, our variable's on the left side of the equal sign. So what is happening to x? This says x divided by 3. So the opposite of dividing by 3, we're going to multiply both sides of the equal sign by 3. So basically 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x is x. Over here we have 12 times 3, which is 36. 12 times 3 is 36. So then put it back into the equation. If x is 36 divided by 3 12? Yes. Yes, it is. All right, so the next one, our variables on the right side of the equation. So we're going to start on the right side. So what is happening to our variable k is being multiplied by 10. So what's the opposite of multiplying by 10? We're going to divide both sides of the equal sign by 10. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times k is k. And 60 divided by 10 is 6. So we could plug it back in. Does 10 times 6 equal 60? Yes, it does. All right, the next one says a number. So we're on the right side of the equal sign. A number divided by 5. So what is the opposite of dividing by 5? The answer is we multiply by 5. Multiply both sides by 5. 5. So basically this is saying we're going to cancel out our 5s. Or 5 times 1/5 is 1. So basically those 5s go away. So we're left with x is equal to 5 times 25 is 125. 125 divided by 5, does that equal 25? Yes, it does. All right, moving on. Where's our equation? It's on the left side of the equal sign. What is being done to our variable? I meant to say, where is our variable? What is being done to our variable? It's being multiplied by 4.2. This literally says 4.2 times x. So the opposite of multiplying by 4.2, we're going to divide both sides by 4.2. 4.2, we're going to cancel these out. And if we put 28.56 in the division box, 4.2 outside, we'd move this over one place. So this goes over to the right one place. That one's gone. Our decimals here. So 42 will go into this number about 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. Bring that down, and what would that be? 42 goes into this big number about what, 8 times? Yes. So 8 times 2 is 16, carry the 1. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 1 is 33. Our decimal comes straight up. So x is equal to 6.8. Of course, I could have just stuck that right in my calculator. Let me just check my answer. Yep, 6.8. All right, now the next problem, it says 1/6 of c. So this is being multiplied by 1/6. So the opposite of multiplying by 1/6 is dividing by 1/6. So basically what happens is if I divide by a fraction, remember the rules, I'm going to keep it, change it, flip it. So basically, if you think about this, we could skip this part altogether and just say, all right, I know I can cancel out 1/6 by multiplying this number by its reciprocal. So the reciprocal, I flip it, remember? The reciprocal of 1/6 is 6/1, and those cancel each other out. So I could just do that on the other side. I could multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/6, which is just the number 6. So C equals 18. So you can double check that. Is 1/6 of 18 3? It sure is. So that's what we're going to do when we have our variable multiplied by a fraction. We're just going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/5 is 5, or 5/1. So we're going to multiply this side of the equation by 5. So these cancel each other out. Bring down our variable. I can multiply straight across. I get 5/10, and I can divide both of those numbers by 5, and I get 1/2. So 1/5 times 1/2 is indeed 1/10. That is correct. And we found that out by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of 1/5. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here at the bottom. So the reciprocal of 3/8 is 8/3. We're going to multiply both sides by 8/3. These are gone. We could simplify 6 and 3 by dividing both numbers by 3. So basically what we have left is 2 times 8, which is 16. So 3/8 of 16 is 6. All right, the next one, 7 times x. What's the opposite of multiplying by 7? The answer is dividing by 7. So 84 divided by 7 is 12. All right, what is happening to our variable x is being divided by 12. So what's the opposite of dividing by 12? Multiplying by 12. So we're going to multiply both sides by 12. So x is 36. And then this one, what is happening to x? X is being divided by 4. So the opposite of dividing by 4, we're going to multiply both sides by 4. These cancel, and we know that x is equal to 16. All right, so on the next slide or next page, you guys have 15 problems. I want you guys to pause the video and try them all, and then come back and watch me answer them and make sure I get them all right. Also make sure you get them all right, okay? All right, so the first one, what is being done to x? It's sharing the side with a +6. So the only way to get rid of this +6 is to subtract 6 from both sides. So x is equal to 13. And of course, it's always a good idea to go back to the original problem in your brain, at least put that 13 in for x and say, is 6 plus 13 19? All right, number 2, 5 is being multiplied by x. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. And we get x equals 8. Number 3, x is being divided by 10. So the opposite of dividing by 10 is multiplying by 10. So x is equal to 40. Number 4, our variable is on the right side this time. Our variable is being divided by 7. So we're going to multiply both sides by 7. So x is equal to 21. Number 5, I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And x is equal to 3. Number 6, what is being done to x? It's 10 is being subtracted from x. So we're going to do the opposite. We're going to add 10 to both sides. So This goes away. I'm out of space, but 18 plus 10 is 28. 28 is equal to x. Number 7, what's being done to x? It's being multiplied by 3. We're going to do the opposite. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. Number 8, it's all right if we have decimals. We're going to do the same type of steps. So what is happening to our x? It's being multiplied by 7. So we're going to do the opposite. We're going to divide both sides by 7. And 16.1 divided by 7 is 2.3. 2.3. Number 9, what's the opposite of multiplying by 2? I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So 9.4 divided by 2 is 4.7. Number 10, what is happening to x? Is from x, we have subtract 4. So we're going to do the opposite. We're going to add 4 to both sides. Add 4, which is a whole number, to both sides. So x is equal to 17.1. 17.1. Number 11, our x is on the left side this time, and from it's being subtracted 15.4. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to add 15.4. So x is equal to 34.5. 34.5. Number 12, what is happening to 3 is, I'm sorry, I started on the wrong side. What is happening to x is being multiplied by 2. So what do? We divide both sides by 2. So I can leave my answer as 3/2, or I can make it a mixed number, 1.5, or I can just divide 3 by 2 in my calculator and I get 3.5. Number 13, we're going to multiply, since x is being multiplied by a fraction, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. So 4/3. So these cancel. I can divide 24 and 3 by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So basically I have 8 times 4 and my answer is 32. Number 14, I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/2, which is 2. And those cancel each other. So x is equal to 52. And the opposite, the reciprocal of 1/4 is 4, or 4/1. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4/1. These go away. My 4s will also cancel on this side. So y is equal to 3. All right, guys, I hope you did well. So you're going to practice that this week. So I will check in with you guys later. Have a great day.